Hi friends, I am Anup here. As a photographer, we really need to enhance our photographs in all the directions. To do that, the color grading is one of the best techniques used in the industry. And the color grading technique is essential for the photographer to communicate the photograph theme productively. So today I am going to talk about how a wildlife photograph can be effectively color graded. And this image is captured from Kabini forest. Kabini forest is located in the state of Karnataka. India is a beautiful, mesmerizing place for wildlife photography. And Kabini never disappointed us. So without wasting our time, let's go to the world of photography and color grading. Before going to the detail, I just want to share you the information about the devices I used. The camera was Canon 80D, the lens was like 100-400 luxury series lens, and I believe the luxury series lens is really good, but it doesn't support much into the Canon 80D because the focusing speed was a bit low for Canon 80D. That lens is suitable for the full frame camera, kind of 1DX Mark IV, etc. So please make sure that when you're using this lens for the Canon 80D, it doesn't support as much as fast. Okay, today I'm going to use two softwares for the color grading techniques. One is Adobe Lightroom, second one is Photoshop. In the Adobe Lightroom, I'll be doing the basic color correction. Coming to the Photoshop, I'll be controlling the light information. Also, I'll be enhancing the details of the images. So let's start. Starting with EXIF of this image. And the shutter speed I used over here is 1/400. It is not that enough for the wildlife. Still, I could able to use only 1/400 because of the low light situation. And coming to the f value, I used 5.6. That is pretty good for me because I'll get the enough details over here. Coming to the focal length, I used 400 mm over here, and ISO was 640 because it was very low light over there. I need to really enhance my ISO value up to the 640. Okay, now I am going to import my image into Lightroom. So now I imported my image into Lightroom with the help of File, Import Photos and Videos. When you look at the image, you could able to see that this photograph doesn't have any kind of detailed color information over here. What we are going to do over here, we are going to create a kind of theme, or we are going to create kind of mood to this image. So for that, the first thing is, as usual, resetting the image. Now I reset the image. Now I am going to get the perfect image for me. There is no effects applied, there is no cropping, nothing is applied to this image. And coming to the next is lens corrections. It's really important. Here I am going to tell my Lightroom that these are the camera model, these are the lens I used to capture this image. So for that, I am going to select remove chromatic aberration and enable profile corrections. Now the Adobe itself, the Lightroom itself automatically select my camera and the camera lens model. You could able to see that 100-400 lens is already selected. Now we are going to start with the color correction. So for that, I'm just scrolling up. Here I'm selecting the basic over here. So here the first thing is selecting the profile. So selecting the profile is nothing but picture style in your camera. So here I used landscape picture style, so I'm going to select the same picture style over here. Okay, landscape. Now itself the image will be slightly enhanced over here. Okay, and next is white balance. The white balance I'm not going to do anything because it's pretty good for me. And also I used auto white balance over here. Coming to the toning area, in this I'm not going to do anything, only I'm going to adjust my black value over here. I'm reducing my black value a little bit. Next is presence. The presence, what I'm going to increase my texture value a little bit, and also I'm going to increase my clarity over here. Okay, so little bit is enough. Also I'm going to increase my vibrance. So vibrance is always help you to enhance the dull color information over here, and saturation I'm increasing a little bit, so that will help me to enhance the entire saturation value in the image. So this is done over here. Coming to the tone curve, I'm not going to do anything because it's almost works same as a presence and tone. Next is coming to the HSL. HSL is nothing but hue, saturation and luminance. So hue is nothing but the name of the color. For example, red, green, blue is called as a hue. So the saturation is nothing but like the strength of the color. For example, how much power that particular color having, that is called saturation. Coming to the luminance, the brightness of the color. For example, imagine you have red color in your hand, but if it is in the dark room, you cannot see that color, but you take it out, you could able to see that color. You are getting some light information into the color, so that particular value is called luminance. Now I am going to adjust all these three things over here. Okay, Now I have done the basic color correction over here. Also make sure that when you're doing the wildlife photography, you should not adjust the color without any reasons, because natural color information may go away. So you should not do that, because for example green color information cannot change into the red or something else. So only thing you need to be very careful when you're adjusting the sliders over here. Coming to the split toning, I'm not going to do anything because I don't want to split any colors over here. That it's more applicable when you're doing the landscape photography. Coming to the detail part, I'm not going to increase any sharpen value over here because this is enough for me. Maybe I can reduce some color noise over here. For that I am just increasing my color noise a little bit. Okay, that is enough for me. So now we have done with the basic color correction in Lightroom. Okay, now I am going to import this image into the Photoshop. So for that, coming to the file, export, and I'm selecting the location. I already selected the location over here, and make sure that my image format is PSD and color space is sRGB, and I'm just exporting my image. Now I imported my image back to my Photoshop. Now I am going to do the detailed color correction over here. Detailed color correction means, as I mentioned, creating the mood as well as creating the highlighting this object over here. The first thing, I'm going to apply one color tone over here. So for that I'm selecting the adjustment layer over here and color lookup. With the help of color lookup, what I'm going to select one color over here. So I'm going to select the foggy night. Okay, so you will get kind of moody kind of effect. Don't worry about it. I'm closing this and I'm reducing the strength of the particular layer. Okay, still you could be able to see that the particular layer information it's affected on the background layer. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to remove wherever I don't want that effect. So for that I'm selecting the mask layer, coming to the brush tool, make sure that your foreground color is black, and I'm reducing my opacity over here and just painting over here wherever I don't want that effect. With the help of Ctrl++, I'm just zooming the canvas. Now look at the image. Image is almost dark image. Around all the color information value is below the gray line. For example, gray line is nothing but click the color wheel, and when you select the colors with the help of color picker, you could be able to see that all the colors are comes over here. For example, in the dark mode, maybe you can tell it is a very dark color over here. So I need to enhance those colors, but I don't want to adjust my exposure over here. How do you adjust the color with the help of colors itself? So for that, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the duplicate copy of the master layer and going to put it top, and I'm going to use my blending mode over here, and I'm selecting the color dots. Now see the colors over here. See, it comes over here. Almost all the colors raised or enhanced above the gray color. Okay, so that is what you want, but at the same time you could be able to see there are some colors below the gray color. So you have kind of very brilliant control over here in the colors, but even I don't want so much color information over here, so that's the reason I'm just reducing the colors over here. Okay, little bit, that's enough. Now the next is I need to enhance only the color information of the tiger area. So for that, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the duplicate copy of master layer again, and I'm going to put it top of this, and same with the help of blending mode, I'm going to enhance the color information over here. For that, I'm going to select the screen over here. Okay, but the entire image is really enhanced over here, so I don't want that. So for that, to reduce the strength, what I'm going to do, I'm going to select the layer mask, and I'm going to paint. I'm going to tell the mask the particular area only you enhance the color. For that, I'm going to select the mask over here and select the brush tool again. Make sure that your foreground color is black, and I'm going to paint it over here. I'm going to zoom the image, and I'm going to paint however I want. And also I'm going to reduce the strength of the layer. Okay, look at here, only the particular area is enhanced. Now I'm going to do some more tricks. I'm going to apply one more color tint over here, so that create the final effects on this image. So for that, I'm coming over here again. I'm coming to the adjustment layer and I'm selecting the color lookup and I'm selecting the horror blue. So now the entire image is converted into the blue color. So I'm reducing the tint over here. I'm just dragging and placing in the first position, and I'm going to select the mask layer and I'm going to remove that blue tint from the top of the tiger. So for that, I'm selecting the brush tool and I'm going to zoom the layer over here and I'm going to paint it over here. Now we have done with everything. The final one is applying the watermark. So now I imported my watermarks into my image and I'm placing in the right position over here. Okay, so this is your final output. So thank you for watching this video. If you are not subscribed my channel, kindly subscribe my channel and click bell button over there. If you have any doubts, kindly comment it in below and I'll be back with another amazing video for you. See you. Bye.